Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. This is Test It Tuesday, where we unbox, evaluate, and field test products in real-world conditions, then share honest and unbiased results. Welcome to the channel. I'm Bill Stanley. I appreciate you being here with me. If this is your first time, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Today, we're going to take a look at the Xtar D26 2800 dive light. The Xtar D26 2800 advertises 2800 lumens, 450 meter max throw, 4.5 hour runtime, and the emergency SOS function. As always with Test It Tuesday, we will start with the inventory. The Xtar D26 arrived in this nice crush-proof box with double zippers and wrist lanyard. The zipper function is smooth and the case appears of quality design. Here we get our first view of the dive torch. It feels of solid aluminum construction. Single LED light. This light uses a magnetic press switch with a lock function. You can lock the light in the off or in the on position. Here we have the battery, and this is a nice travel case. I will absolutely reuse this if I can get it open. There we go. The battery must be in the flashlight already, but nice to have this separate travel case for the battery. I do like the fact that it clicks snugly shut. I also appreciate this short charging cable. It's so much easier to manage shorter cables. Here we have the user's manual, and we'll just take a quick peek at the manual. Here I can see we have 3 brightness levels and an SOS function. And for the rest of the details, I'll read those later. The battery indicator is green, red, or flashing red. I actually always do come back and read the instructions later. Here we have the standard wrist lanyard, which I will not use. I'm more of a fan of a brass carabiner. And we also have a replacement magnetic switch with spring and a pair of replacement O-rings. I will absolutely save those for a rainy day. We'll set those aside for now. And yeah, definitely will use my carabiner. Let's open the flashlight and assume that the battery must be installed already, with a protective cover on one end. Looks like we have a double O-ring design to prevent flooding. We'll remove that cover. I always save those. Do you ever save those? Curious whether other people do. And this is a decent sized battery. Love the USB charging port in the battery. That's a great feature. I bet this battery has some charge in it, so we will just take a look back inside though first, right? Forgot to show you that solid sidewall This is a sturdy aluminum design, and again that double O-ring. I've never had a dive torch flood on me. Has anyone else? Have you had a dive torch flood? Again, this has that locking switch. I'm a big fan of that as well because that's not going to accidentally turn on, and you can also lock it on so it's not going to accidentally turn off at an inopportune moment. We have 3 modes there. Long press to turn it off. Can lock the switch. Easy to unlock with one hand. And we'll cycle through the settings. High, medium, low, off, high, and you can see the green LED indicator that shows our current battery's status in terms of charge. Quickly cycle through the lights, and of course we'll look at those underwater to get a better idea. Now I'm just getting a feel for the switch. The function is very comfortable. One final look at the light before the field test. We can lock the switch. Unlock. High. Again, the green LED indicator for the battery status. Short press for medium, short press for low, longer press for off, and then short press for high, short press for medium, short press for low, longer press for off, and then press and hold in the off position for SOS. And in SOS, short press to switch back to the on, and then of course cycling back through the modes. Let's get it in the water and see how it does. This is dive 1. This is a mid-afternoon dive in saltwater, overcast sky, probably 20 feet, and the visibility is 10 to 15 feet. I will cycle through the modes and we'll see how the light performs in these conditions. Let's run through the advertised highlights. I've been demonstrating the 3 brightness levels. I've demonstrated the SOS function. The extended runtime, 4.5 hours continuous operation. That's incredible. That must be due to the large battery. They advertise an intelligent overheating protection. I'm not sure how to test that, but it says real-time LED temperature monitoring with auto protection for sustained performance. Again, I'm not sure how I would test that. Convenient magnetic switch, side press control with one-handed operation, and a mechanical lock to prevent accidental activation. I've demonstrated that over and over several times. It is quite easy to operate. And certainly it does lock out accidental activation or deactivation, as the case may be. The instructions say that it is impact resistant to 1.5 meters. I can absolutely prove that that is true because I dropped it from a much higher distance. It did mar up the front just a little, but I was really happy it didn't break. I probably dropped it from at least 7 feet, so I think that's a little more than 1.5 meters, although I'm not that good at the metric system. This dive torch is rated for 100 meters. That is definitely further than I will be going. This is a cold freshwater dive. The conditions are 5 to 7 feet of visibility, depth approximately 15 to 17 feet, midday, overcast conditions. The documented run times are 1.5 hours at high, 2 hours at medium, 4.5 hours at low, and 3.5 hours of the SOS function. This is dive 3. This is about 45 feet of water, freshwater, midday, overcast sky, and this is inside of an airplane. This is a third-party view, so that is me with the dive torch inside the wreck. As you can see, the dive torch is quite bright, and you really get a lightsaber type of effect. As you can see here, the lock function on the magnetic switch is easy to operate even with gloves on. This is dive 4, and this is approximately 45 feet deep. This is on a wall inside of a quarry. The conditions were overcast, and this is late afternoon. Final thoughts on the Xtar D26 2800. Seems brighter than 2800 lumens. This thing is like a lightsaber. It really cuts through the dark. Solid construction. It's not extremely heavy, but again, it puts out a tremendous amount of light. I really appreciate the locking feature on the switch, that you can lock it in the on or you can lock it in the off position. The switch is very easy to operate with one hand, which is a must for me, and it's easy to operate with or without gloves. The battery indicator is easy to read. I can just glance down and I don't have to look closely or be distracted to try to figure out how much battery is left. The battery runtime is an additional plus. The battery also features the in-battery charging port, which I find incredibly valuable. One less piece of equipment to get lost or get broken. I can plug right into the battery to charge it. Again, it comes with a nice travel case, double zipper design. This is a great product. Most importantly, again, it puts out a tremendous amount of light. See for yourself.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.